Hello and welcome to England for the ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships. It's at the Lee Valley Whitewater Centre just outside London. 364 athletes from 61 nations are competing for glory, as well as the all-important Olympic quota places for Rio 2016. We're going to be looking back at the best of the action in the 5 traditional classes. I'm Matthew Layton. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Now this is unique. The C2 men's final. No Slovaks, no Czechs, 3 Poles and 2 Brits. Of course, 2 French teams as well. There's Pierre Picot and Hugo Bizot. They've kept in the shadows for the last 3 or 4 years, occasionally come out, like last year's World Championships in Deep Creek. They took the silver medal. Look at them start. Gate number 3, it's a tricky up gate, one of the most hit gates in the week. As they push forward, you can see they have a longer stroke rate than most of the French sides. Crucially, they need to keep the speed going. Surf across the top of the stopper, and it's about pushing out high here. In fact, they have options. They've gone round to line themselves up correctly for gate number 13. This is where you take out a bit of recuperation. Coming in up gate 16, need to set themselves a good line, deciding to take the spin option. There's a back left, that's normal. 2021, this has been such a tricky gate. The semi-finals all had problems, but they've negotiated it perfectly. All they have to do now, put the power down, 6 or 7 strokes, it's going to be over the line. Well, that is such a super run. More French. It's world number 1, Klaus Pesch. They've been riding together for the last 14 years. In the winter, they work for the marketing department of the French National Railway. Real speeders here, desperately trying to hug the inside pole. Down the first big drop, and that's how you should do it. Again, the 2 French teams have shown us textbook approaches. Need to keep the acceleration going. Safely through 13. Nicely down. Need to set up the good angle to go around 17. And now here's the last big drop. Again, hugging the inside pole. That's what you need to do. Decide to choose your line. Going around the outside. Now that's as good as you're going to get. Just need to sprint over. All the training, all the power. 27-year-olds are going to come through. And take provisional 3rd place. They're disappointed. As we know, in the Olympics in London, they actually hit the last gate, which pushed them out of a medal position. There's a few tears after that. No, you'll never see these guys crying. It's the clinical Germans. Franz Anton, Jan Benzian, both very accomplished C1 paddlers. Interesting technique. Jan in the back, almost leaning over the front of Franz. Slightly low, but that gives them a good angle to set up the next skate sequence. Diving over, clean through 11. Can they heat on the power? Well, these boats are making it look easy. Believe me, it's not easy. From this course, as you figured out, there's 22 gates. The red ones, as they approach now, they've got a 2-second penalty. The red ones are to go up. 2-second penalty if you hit a gate. If you miss a gate, it's 50-second penalty and effectively game over. How are they going to negotiate the last tricky section? Taking a more direct line. It's a high risk, but it does pay. You save yourself a second or so. Through gate 22, 6 more strokes. What is going to be? Well, it's going to be the first time. Great friends, Leipzig. Official final results. Germany take gold, Anton Benzian. Pico Bizet take the silver. And Klaus Pesch given the bronze, having a 2-second penalty taken off.
Nearly perfect. We had just one stupid touch, and then the rest was really nice, and it keeps rolling.
It was nearly a perfect run. Last year we had a perfect run as well. Then we had a 50, so we are really happy that we could do it this year.
Moving on for the men's C2, it's the women's kayak. Stepanka Hilgertova, look at that. 6 times Olympian, going for her 7th. 3 Brits make the final. Melanie Pfeiffer, 29 years old. Deep concentration, and she really does put it together when it matters. Last year in Deep Creek, she took the bronze medal. Very slight build, but knows exactly where she wants to put the boat. Melanie here won the pre-Olympic event, so she certainly knows how to negotiate this big water. Cutting across from 11 to 12, setting herself up very finely. Needs to pick her line. She has choices. She can go across or she can go wide. Just having to readjust, and she's taken a sloppy 2-second penalty on gate number 13. Just shows how important your setup needs to be. Coming through 17 safely. Oh, she's been forced a little bit low. There's a couple of seconds gone. Needs to set her line. Well, taking a cautious approach, but it does pay. Needs to use all the power. The arms are going to be burning, but it's worth the effort. And she moves into provisional first place. Next to go, it's one of the Czechs. It's Katerina Kudyova. Well, dives into 3, but keeps away from the poles. Laying a little bit low, needs to sweep across quickly. Oh, a bit of a time coming out of gate number 12, seconds are ticking away. Very dynamic paddler, but she's 3 seconds up. Shows that she's taking exactly the right lines. In the same training camp as Yuri Priskovich. Here she goes. Was a top junior, a top under 23, and has had some good results. Yet to really take the world by storm, however, in the K1. Leaning far forward, unique style. And where is she going to be? Well, she moved into first place. Can't believe it. She was ill last week as well. Well, it's another German. Ricarda Funk, she's one of Melanie Pfeiffer's best friends. Concentration, sets herself up. Very slight build, but intensely powerful. How's she going to take this on? Well, takes the wide line, sets herself up nicely to gate number 4. Approaching the 2 ups in a row, 11 and 12. Really hit the world scene, winning the European Championships 2014 and followed that up by 2 World Cup wins. Struggling a little bit there. Now that's not where you want to be. She's burning so much energy and it's early in the course. Well, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's going to hurt at the end. Look at that, she's 4 seconds down, but she's determined, she's powerful, and she knows what she wants. Taking control back of the course, a lot to make up. It's really crucial she takes the right line. And she has, what a champion. Powering over the line. Where's she going to come? Can she make up lost time? Well, that's quite remarkable. Made up 2 seconds on the winner in the last section of the course. Katerina Kudyova, World Champion 2015. Ricarda Funk takes the silver and Melanie Pfeiffer taking the bronze. Let's note Jessica Fox misses out.
How do I handle stress on race day? Well, I have a hard time with it, but I usually end up just reading a book or sitting and listening to music or just talking to people because that's, I guess, my nervous habit is to talk way too much.
I don't really get stressed on race days. I'm not sure how to handle it.
Important is focus on the course, and that's all.
Yeah, we like to play cards.
The problem is to focus on the good things, on the things that count, to be the best, to do the right things.
I usually just put on my music I like, I love, and to simply concentrate on myself.
The best time I had a book, actually Harry Potter, so I was reading Harry Potter and was more focused on Harry Potter as on kayaking.
I think every competition is a little bit different, and I try and just stay relaxed, listen to the music or read a book, and I guess I'm a pretty social person.
Disco music, that's the only thing I do.
I think the best way is just to focus on the gates and on the water.
Yeah, in the hotel we play FIFA with the PlayStation 4.
Second day of the finals, and look at this line out. 3 Brits, 3 Slovaks. Ryan Wesley from Great Britain knows this course as well as anyone else. He's a training partner of David Florence from Yorkshire, 3rd year on the senior team. Sweeps in and out of gate number 3 and knows the lines, knows how to keep the boat going, and that's the key here. Keep it pointing in the right direction and certainly keep your paddle in the water to make sure the boat's always moving. 13 slaloming through a little bit there. Drops perfectly round 16, needs to take the right line into tricky 17. And then over the big drop. This is looking really promising. The last section is crucial. Look at the big water there. He's telling it what to do. Just needs to force his way across. The cross strokes to straighten the boat out. Powers through the last 2 or 3 meters and... well, that's a very respectable time. It's David Florence. This is his course. The 2013 world champion. No one tries harder. No one's more determined. Let's see how the course develops. Flies over the lip. Tightly round gate number 3. Again, look at the control here. Has the power. Tells the water what to do. David's father and brother and uncle, all internationals up in Scotland. Well, he's up on the split as we speak. The pressure is really on him. He's the poster boy. He's done this 1,000 times. 2 more gates to negotiate. However, this is the most difficult start of the course. Pushes the water out the way. Still has lots of life in his batteries. Look at the crowd. Listen to the crowd. And has taken the course apart. Shows you what it means to David Florence and the fans. It is Benjamin Savcek from the very competitive Slovenian team. He was an Olympian, but next time it's going to be tough. Luka Bozic, Andy Burgett and Juri Lenarchis have something to say about that. He used to be known as being incredibly fast, but not that reliable. In the last year or so, he's certainly cut out a lot of the risk and retained the speed. Just look at the control from the paddle here, constantly in the water. Well, he's slightly down at the moment, but fitness won't be a problem. Flies over the last big jump, and that's quick. Needs to choose his line. Well, he's chosen the correct line because he has speed coming out. Giving it all he has. It's certainly going to be close. Well, look at that. 0.04 of a second behind David Florence, but he sees it as a second place win. Well done. Second time he's taken silver in 2 years. Well, David Florence takes the gold, Benjamin Saftek takes the silver, and another Brit, Ryan Wesley, takes the bronze.
Well, there was lots of really good stuff. I got into some real trouble. It wasn't at all what I meant to do around 5, 6, 7, and just seemed to have to fight for so long to get back online. But after that, I managed to just refocus, and the crowd were fantastic, and a lot of things went really well, and today it was just enough. Really pleased as well, my training partner Ryan Wesley, to be on the podium with him as well is absolutely awesome, so a very good day.
From the men's canoes to the women's canoes, former world champions are all over the place here. Katerina Hoskova from the Czech Republic, probably the most popular resident in Prague. Everyone smiling, always helping everyone. 2011 world champion. Also, this year in Prague, it was her maiden World Cup victory. Always was a good kayaker, but one of the first to really concentrate and specialize in the canoe. As you can see, she's spinning and switching. The women tend to switch a lot more than the men. So they're always on their onside, gives them a lot more confidence. Oh, she's taken out gate number 16. Only a 2-second penalty, it wasn't deliberate. Are we going to see the direct approach, or are we going to see a spin? It's coming in. Well, she takes it on forward. That is brave. High risk strategy, but certainly gains some time. Needs to really go for it. All her power, all her pace. And moves into provisional first place, and of course is absolutely delighted. It's not over yet. Next to go, it's Nuria Villaruble from La Sodergel in Spain, is the current under-23 world champion. And also has certain ambitions still in the kayak. Really controls the boat here. Great thing about Nuria, when you go to La Sodergel, she knows absolutely everyone there. Really popular athlete. And in the last couple of years has really stabilized what she's trying to do. Well, you're allowed to go through backwards, but you're not allowed to hit the pole, so it's 2 seconds onto her time. However, didn't lose too much because it set her up nicely for difficult gate 14. Well, there's another 2-second penalty. That's not what she's trying to do. It's going to be difficult now. The penalty's flying on, but that's good. Crucially, it's all about the setup. Well, decides to spin, it cut the risk and really not lost too much time. She needs to straighten the boat up. Goes a lot more quickly that way. Pulling as hard as she can. And moves into provisional second place. She knows she's left something out on the water. Last to go, 21-year-old Jessica Fox from Australia. Of course, the daughter of Miriam and Richard, multiple world champions. Jessica came disappointing for her, 4th in the K1. Why is it disappointing? Well, she was the reigning world champion in that discipline before. Switching. It's all about putting the boat in the right position. She knows exactly what she wants to do. Spinning into the gate to give her more of a better angle. Switching it exactly when she wants to. Well, and look at that, she's nearly 5 seconds up on the clock. Without panicking, she always looks the fastest lines of the water. All she has to do to come round. In the semi, she spun on gate number 21. What's she going to do now? Well, she must be feeling good. She's going direct. All she has to do now is straighten the boat up, and it's going to be hers. Well, look at that. Nearly 5 seconds up. She's the last to go, so she knows she's won. Poor Kimberly Woods just misses out, but her time will come. Jessica Fox takes the gold medal. Katerina Hoskova from the Czech Republic the silver, and Nuria Villaruble from Spain takes the bronze.
It was one of my best runs, one of my best finals, I think, and I'm really happy with that run. I could hear that the times were quite fast by Katarina Hoskova, so I knew that I had to put together a good run, and I could see some of the girls going direct, and I told myself that my plan was to spin down the bottom, and when I got there I just thought go for it and pulled off the direct, and so yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Look at this for a start list. World champions, Olympic champions, and who missed out? Well, Boisnevu came 11th. Vavra Hadilek also missed out. So some big names in, some big names out. Matthias Polacek here. Well, that's a bit dramatic, but he doesn't take a penalty. Matthias, one of 4 canoeing brothers and 2 canoeing sisters, and clearly the Polacek name is known to all paddle enthusiasts. They've been making superb boats, including this one, since 1983. He's known for his fitness, he's known for his determination and his record. Twice in the past, he's actually won medals at the Worlds. Well, there's a 50. He can appeal that though, it looked a bit doubty. Now, can he dominate the water? 14 cubic meters per second are coming down this course. Still powering over, he could go all day. Finger up saying that 50 wasn't supposed to count. We'll see. Michael Smolan for the USA. No pressure on him coming into this event, as he'd already qualified a place through the Pan Am Games. Of course, the son of one of the great personalities on the tour, Rafa, who is, by the way, the United States coach. Michael, born in Krakow in Poland. On his day, he can really put forward an amazing run. Had a few injuries and illness effects this year. Let's see how he does today. Well, so far it's looking good. Going for the fast lines. And look at that, 5 seconds up. All of the head and part of the boat have to go through the gate at the same time, and he just does it there. High risk strategy, but when you're in a final, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Taking again, that's as good as we've seen all day. Needs to straighten the boat up, has the power, has the fitness, and has the determination. And moves into provisional, first place, look at that. Last to go. He's always been destined to touch the top. It's Yuri Priskovich Jr. A couple of weeks ago, won the European Under-23, is the reigning World Under-23, and has won twice the European Senior Championships, as well as taking out the first event of this season in the World Cup at Prague. Look at the angles he goes for. And in Steenhout this season, he's using his new boat after about 8 to 9 years with his favourite old boat, but he certainly knows how to move it forward. Always on the edge. And he's almost a second up on the dressed. The other guy's just admiring the speedy ducks in there. That's his signature. In and out, no waste. Oh, that's a bit of a rodeo style, but it doesn't hit the gate, so it counts. Determined. Cheered on by the crowd. Takes the victory, and he's happy. Looking back for his parents who are here to support him. Yuri Priskovich, Senior World Champion 2015. Matis Polacek takes the silver and Michael Smolan takes the bronze for USA.
The London Championships were a great success. I would like to congratulate the organizers and the volunteers for this magnificent competition. I think all the athletes, more than 360 athletes from 61 countries, competed here in a very high level, trying to qualify for the Olympics Rio. And I know it is very, very a special moment to qualify for the Olympics. And once again, I think we will remember this championship. So that was a great success and a great fun to be part of this.
Thank you, Lee Valley. Thank you, London. Thank you, the ICF. What a cracking season. See you next year.